Hello, guys, welcome back to Bare and Unscripted. So, today I am going to be as vulnerable as I've ever been on this channel. When you've gone through a divorce, there comes a time in your life where you have to sit down and really, really think about what got you in that mess in the first place. So, you're going to have to be honest with yourself about everything that has happened and how you found yourself in a toxic marriage in the first place. So for me, I'm sure I've got lots of facts that I can talk about, but I felt like these five were very crucial. I wanted it so bad. I wanted the family, I wanted the ring, I wanted the wedding, I wanted the white picket fence, the ring. I wanted my friends to come and celebrate with me. I wanted the promise, the till death do us part. I wanted it all. Remember, I lost my father when I was 4, and then I lost my mother when I was 19. So I literally had to raise my. Basically, I love the idea of being with one person for the rest of my life. I saw myself in that. Having someone I can tell my deepest fears, my dreams, my vision for life, someone I can completely be myself with. you know I wanted it all. I wanted someone I could completely be myself with, someone where I could go to work and be the manager of this and this and the other one, or whatever job that I'm doing, and then come home and take off that head and put the wife a head on. Because I had seen marriages in my family that have succeeded, and I've seen marriages that didn't succeed, but the ones that succeeded were more than the ones that didn't succeed. I'd never seen this with my parents though, and that didn't bother me because I told myself I'm not my parents, therefore my life is not going to be like my parents' life. I'm not going to do the things that my parents have done. I can do this. And I basically wanted to prove a point to myself more than anything. So it was not about proving a point to anybody else. I just wanted to prove a point to myself. Everyone told me that marriage is difficult, but I was like, I got this, man. I can do this. I've got so much love in my heart. And what could go wrong? So I fell in love with the idea of marriage, right? I saw myself as being the apple of my husband's eye, which was wrong, by the way, because each and every one of us is an apple of God's eye, and we should never look for this from another human being. It's such a big responsibility, and no human being can fulfill that. So I had seen so many perfect marriages and not so perfect marriages in my lifetime and in my family as well. So my mother was the only daughter, and she had 7 brothers, and I think 6 of these brothers were married. So they had wives. So I grew up within that environment of a man having a wife, but they had their own different marriages as well. But I think I focused more on the good things that I saw. But whenever I saw something wrong, I was like, mine would be different. I would do the things differently. I would do this differently. So you could say, like, I got training, training from a very young age. I also believed that love takes work, but from both sides, which was also wrong, because I don't think love takes work. I think love is a decision now. I think also in marriage, love is a decision. You wake up each and every day and you decide to love the same person over and over and over again. I'm glad now I know that. I've grown and I've seen things and I've experienced things, and I'm grateful for that. I didn't see myself complete without marriage. I saw myself as incomplete. Okay? In my culture, there's a saying that a woman's home, a woman's sorry, a woman's grave is in a husband's house. So that simply tells you that you make sure you get married before you die. Okay, that is just the simple explanation of that. And they would let you know that it is shameful for a woman not to get married. It is shameful for a woman, you know, not to be married. You know, you're just told wherever you go, you know this from a very young age, that if you are not married, you're not woman enough. Okay. So one thing about the African culture, it'll mess your life up. Okay, because there are a few things that are good about it, like respecting the elders. We raise children as the village. Your child is my child is your child. Okay, there's ubuntu as well. You know, you do right by others. So there are good things about the African culture, but when it comes to marriage, it's just bull, to be honest, because marriage favors the man more than the woman. That is why we have high rates of gender-based violence in the Black culture. That is why we have gender-based violence in South Africa. I know there's gender-based violence everywhere. Okay, I've been doing research about this stuff. I know there's gender-based violence in China. I know there's gender-based violence in America. Everywhere basically. I've spoken to women from different countries as well. Some of them are not ready to tell their stories. Some of them have sent me letters just to tell me their own journeys, which I appreciate so much, because it has opened up my mind to see some things that I didn't even know about. Because just because you went through something doesn't mean that you understand each and everything about that specific thing. So I do appreciate that so much. And some people have been sending me messages saying, thank you for coming out and telling your story. It has helped me to be able to speak up, and they are healing in that way as well. So I do appreciate that. Y'all, I had FOMO. Okay, so that so that was one of the reasons I had FOMO. Everyone was getting married around me. Friends were getting married. Everybody was getting married at work. Everybody was getting married. Okay, I was earning good money in my career. I was in IT at the time. I was earning good money, and I just had an apartment in Cape Town, my first apartment in Cape Town, and everything was good. And the only thing that I felt was missing was the ring. So yeah, man, I had FOMO. I had FOMO for days. Like, so because of FOMO, when the first man that said, "Will you please marry me?" I married him. Okay, because I felt like I was ready and it was the right time. And I wanted to have a baby before the age of 30, because I was told that you can't have a baby when you're older. It's gonna be difficult, and other things, which are lies. I know that right now. So I think I was 27. Yeah, I think when I got married I was 27, 28. I'm not sure, around there. So I also felt like, man, okay, listen, I had been with this person since varsity, right? And then we lost contact. He traveled, and he came back to me. He must be the one, right? Because they say, if you love something, you set it free, you let it go, and then if it comes back, it's yours. So I really believe that, which is also not true, by the way, because we've got narcissists now who would disappear for a few months or a year and then come back to you because they know that you were the right person to start with. But they're not coming back because they want to treat you better. They're not coming back because they have realized their mistakes. They're not coming back because they have changed. They're only coming back because they know that you were the real one in the first place. So there's that. Fact number 5, I gave all of myself, okay? All of myself, while I was receiving breadcrumbs. You know why? Because I believed that, and I still believe that, I believe that in everything that I do, I need to give all of myself. I don't know how to live life on the surface. Like, I don't know how to live life here. I want to dig deeper in each and everything that I do. I really want to go deeper. I crave depth. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in excellence. I always say when I talk in the interviews and stuff that excellence is my brand, and it really is. It's who I am. In my exercise, in the morning, in I just want to be the best that I can be. So in my marriage as well, I came with that force. Like, I want to be the best wife. I want to do this, and I want to do this right. So I gave my all, hoping that one day my husband would look at me and be like, oh, hey, she's the best, and maybe also, want to do the same for me. But I was wrong, because you can't change people, because I believe, like, by me giving and giving and giving to my husband, he would, like, one day there'll be a miracle that will hit him, so that he can see that, oh, I also need to do the same. As much as she's serving me, I need to serve her. As much as she takes care of me, I need to take care of her. All these nice things. But no, I was wrong. You've guessed right. I was totally wrong. It was never gonna happen. So I had this messed up mindset as well, that whatever your husband wants, your husband gets. I know it's messed up. I know. Now I know it's messed up. So my mindset was from 900 BC or DC, before Christ. Yeah, it's BC. So my mindset was from 900 BC. Okay. But the good news is, now I know better. And now that I know better, I can do better. That's the thing. That's why I am telling you guys these stories. And because I want you to learn from these things. And I want you to, I want you to learn from them, so that you don't make the same mistakes that I've made. Okay? I want you to know better. I want you I want you to ask me questions as well, like if there's something that you want to know, because there's so much that I still have to talk about, things that I have not even talked about, that have happened in my life. But it's great, man. Life is a teacher. When they say life is a teacher, that I know. There is no book in the world that can teach you about life but life itself. So I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made. And I do want to tell you that it does not take all of that. It does not take you stripping yourself of who you are. It does not take you giving your all when you can see that it is not appreciated. It does not take all of that. I remember there was a time when we were fasting and I had to cook at home. I didn't mind cooking because I knew that I had a child, but I was with a man that I was going to church with. And during fasting, 21-day fast and whatever, everyone is supposed to be fasting, right? And we're supposed to teach our kids to do the same thing. But no, my husband would want to eat during those times, but we would go to church together. And probably everybody thought, oh, they're both fasting, because we used to go to church at 6 p.m. every day to pray during that time. But I was cooking for him at home. He was eating while I was not eating, and that was okay. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this video. I'll probably come around with more facts as time goes on, but as God leads me, I'm going to be speaking about whatever He leads me to speak about whenever He does. I do upload videos every week, at least I try, and I just want to keep that consistent. So if you've learned something from this video, I am grateful. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your emails as well, you guys. I do respect the people that don't want to be mentioned when I do read the letters. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself, and just look after yourself. Thank you so much. Until we meet next time. Bye.